Great morning, everyone. Hope you are all doing well. Yes. Could you please switch on your video so it can be more interactive? Thank you so much. I am very delighted to invite you all to this day 2 of 15-day breath by breath session. So yesterday we had an amazing session on the science of breathing and the right posture of breathing. And we also heard a beautiful story on how breath is important in our life. So without breath, no one in this physical world exists, right? So breath is so important for us to live because it is the first thing that we do when you enter in onto this planet Earth. So when we are born, the first thing is that we breathe, and the last thing when we exit from this physical world is to breathe. So breath is one which stays all throughout our life. So that's why breath is given so much of importance by Gautam Buddha. And Sagar sir is also here to give us more light on the science of breathing. I take pleasure to invite Sagar sir. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, Manisha. Good morning, my dear friends. Good morning, masters. Are you able to hear me? I hope you're able to hear me okay. Yes, wonderful. Thank you. So we are into day 2. Manisha did a wonderful recap of what we learned yesterday. Breath, the most important thing. And as Patri ji says, breath is our guru. We will see how breath teaches a lot more things. So yesterday we learned the right posture, right type of breathing. So we will start with, by the way, the picture at my background is the picture of the amazing Pyramid Valley International. For some of you who have visited, you will already notice it. For some of you who haven't, I hope the picture and the greenery is inviting so that you join us or you come over here anytime soon, whenever your plans are ready. So yesterday, we'll start with the finger test. So yesterday, we had a little homework for all of you. And I said, I'd want you to explain to 2 of your family members or 2 of your friends, check with them how they are breathing. What is abdominal breathing? What is chest breathing? We kind of heard that yesterday. So how many of you were able to do it? Any interesting observations? Can you please exercise your finger and type on the chat window? Let me open the chat window. Okay, so there's only one master who said, yes, I did. Wonderful. So a lot more homeworks need to be done. I taught them the right way to breathe. Wonderful, did nice. We talked about meditation. We're not there yet, but anyway, okay. Great. Very good. So wonderful. So that was the first question. Did you do your homework? So every day we'll give you some small exercises. It's in the interest of, it also shows your commitment as you go along. It also shows how you remember things. So anytime you can always tell your friends or family about what your learnings were in the morning session and also how you felt. The second question to you is, yesterday we learned a technique called quick relaxation technique, right? And then we said that is equal breathing. Did any of you manage to use that or practice that later in the day? That's your second question. You can say yes. If yes, for how many minutes? One minute. No, not yet. So you can do that any time of the day, just practicing equal breathing without holding your breath, without doing very too fast of a breathing. Wonderful. 2 minutes, 1 minute. So in fact, if you have youngsters getting ready for exams, when they go sit in front of the sit at the examination, and you have a question paper, and you go blank at some questions, or someone is ready waiting in the line to attend an interview, right? So this is a wonderful exercise. Just go deep in, just do your conscious, measured, slow abdominal breathing, and it relaxes. In fact, my daughter tried in one of her pre-board exams. So she had this maths exam, and she said that she couldn't remember the formula for some question. So she just open. You don't even need to close your eyes. So right, so just open your eyes, just do your coherent breathing, equal breathing, and slowly it relaxes over time. Once your mind relaxes, things will start happening. You'll start remembering things. You'll start doing things, right? So it's a very simple exercise, very powerful. I will talk about the benefits. Let me see if other slides today, and then we'll talk about the benefits. All right. So today we will progress a little more. Obviously, we will start with. Okay, so someone said during walk. Okay, so probably it's more about mindful walking as well. Good. So today we will start. We will do a warm-up exercise again, which is the same equal breathing. And then we'll dive into step 1 of our breathfulness meditation practice. I will explain that. Before that, I would want to address some questions on the posture that we had yesterday. Let me just share this. Okay. So the right posture is what we covered yesterday. So yesterday there was a question on how do I sit, the posture that I mentioned. So here is the typical chair, meditation chair that we have on our Pyramid Valley store, which I use as well. So the sitting area is a bit raised compared to your floor area, right? So there is this thing. The way you can do it is this way. You're able to see the picture on the right. So this is how we normally sit, right? Your entire body on the floor or on the bed for people who are sitting in that posture, right? So as you do that, the pelvis tilts back due to tight hips. This causes the back to round and chest to cave in. We slowly go like this, right? Whereas on the right-hand side, if you look at it, the trick is to raise your bottom with just a couple of pillows, or one of the suggestions in some of the Buddhist sites is also you can roll a towel, right? It could be a beach towel, it could be a swimming pool towel, or one of those thick towels or a thick bed sheet, right? You can roll that up and just sit firmly on that. Just make sure. So this part should be at a higher, in fact, I would say even a bit higher than your knees. Ideally, the knees should be a bit lower than the seat, right? And then in this part you see here. So this is how your knees are lower, your bottom is higher, right? So this is not at the same level. As you do that, you get into a natural straight posture. Your body does this. You will not be able to slouch too much. If you slouch too much, you'll start hurting, right? And this is kind of the ideal way. In fact, Zafu cushions, they are called Zafu cushions. Some of the Buddhist people use, and this is a Zafu mat. So this is just to provide comfort for your knees and your legs, whereas this keeps your hip up and straight. All right. So there is an echo. I think we'll have to mute all. Okay, so I hope that clarifies. You can try that. And again, for those who are sitting on the floor or on the cushion or on the bed, but for others who are sitting on the chair, the only thing is, instead of when you're sitting on a chair, instead of leaning towards the back and doing this, you can always keep your back straight, right? And then anyway, your knees are down. So keep your back straight and try and sit for your meditation. All right. So today, before going into the meditation practice, we'll just quickly look at what are the things that happen as you breathe. Right. There are several things that happen as you breathe. So there are three primary dimensions. What happens to your breath? There are things that happen to your body. There are things that happen in your mind, which is what we're going to observe. Right. So what happens in your breath? So as you breathe, the variations of breath cycle happen, right? So your inhalation and exhalation are of different varying lengths. Sometimes your inhale is shorter, sometimes your exhale is shorter. More often than not, your inhale is shorter and exhale is longer. And sometimes you feel your in breath going through your left nostril and then exhale through your right nostril, or sometimes you feel your inhale through your right nostril and then exhale through your left nostril. And sometimes you feel the sensation out here, sometimes you feel a sensation out here, sometimes you feel a sensation out here, right? And no two breaths. Long, slow inhales, long, slow exhales, no holding your breath. Feel the relaxation in your body, feel the calmness in your mind. You're setting the foundation to keep your mind silent for the next 30 minutes. Now, my dear friends, slowly relax and start focusing on your breath at your nose. Bring your attention to the entrance of your nostrils. Focus on your upper lip. And as you do your normal, natural, gentle breathing, keep track of your inhale and exhale. Be the gatekeeper at your nose, at the entrance of your nose. Any distractions, observe it and return your attention back to the entrance of your nose. No counting. As you breathe in and breathe out, you may be aware of the movements in your abdomen or chest. Along with it, place your attention on your upper lip, to the entrance to your nose. If you're getting any thoughts, that is all right. Bring your attention back to your breathing. Do not analyze your breath. You're feeling inhale, you're not feeling your exhale, or your exhale is longer or shorter. Just observe. You're just watching how the breath goes in, how the air goes in and out of your nose. You may feel sensations at the entrance to your nose or inside your nose. The first part in the formula for mindfulness is attention, focus, concentration. That's what we are trying to develop in this first step. Continue to observe your breath at the entrance of your nose, my dear friends. Your mind wanders, or you're feeling sensations or discomfort in your body. You're unable to feel the breath, that is okay. But bring your attention back to your nose and become conscious of your normal, natural breathing. Feel your breath as it flows through your body, your relaxed body. If you're unable to feel your breath at your nose, that is okay. We will discuss different points of focus in later classes. But for today, try to focus your attention at the entrance to your nose. Do not focus too hard, just watch. As if you're watching your upper lip and your nose in a mirror. Wonderful. Continue to observe your breathing. Continue to watch the entrance to your nose, the nostrils. You may feel sensations at the entrance to your nose on your upper lip or inside your nose. As air goes in and out of your nose. It is okay if you're not able to feel today. As we continue the practice, as your awareness level increases, you will be able to observe. Any thoughts, distractions are okay, but do not entertain and engage in them. Bring your attention back to your nose. Be conscious of your breath. Be conscious of your posture. Observe any sensations, any movements on your upper lip or your nose. Do not analyze any thoughts. Your only focus and attention should be on your nose, at the entrance to your nose, my dear friends. 10 more minutes. for beginners of meditation might be difficult, which is okay. Just try to have your focus at the entrance to your nose. Feel the joy of mind calming down. Feel the joy of your body relaxing. Do not strain yourself mentally or physically. Music in meditation just helps you relax. Everything that is appearing in your consciousness right now, your sensations in your body, movements due to your breath, and thoughts and feelings are expected to happen. Nothing is abnormal. They all happen as you breathe every moment. Now we are being able to be more aware of them so that we can manage them. The key to managing distractions is first to develop the skill of attention or concentration, which is what we are doing in this step 1. Continue to be aware of your nose region and observe the sensations inside your nose, outside your nose, and the entrance of your nose as you breathe in and breathe out normally, the way you normally do. Do not try to alter your breath, just to feel something. You're doing very well. Last 3 minutes, my dear friends. Feel the joy of relaxation. Feel the joy of focus. Feel the calmness in your mind. Feel your body relaxed. Continue to observe your breath at the entrance to your nose. Last 2 minutes. Wonderful, my dear friends. Now, slowly relax your focus. Move your attention away from your nose to your heart, my dear friends. Move your attention away from your nose to your heart. And as you breathe in normally, naturally, and gently, express thank you to yourself and your experience in today's meditation, whatever be it. Then bring into your mind, remember 3 things, people or situations that you want to be grateful for, you want to thank. Whatever happened in the last 24 hours, you can bring the situation or the person mentally in front of you and express thank you from your heart, in your mind. Feel grateful, that is important. Next, feel grateful, express your gratitude to all the beings, to all your family members, to your friends, the environment, relax in the feeling of gratitude. Breathe in and breathe out with your focus on your heart. Feel the sensation of gratitude throughout your body. Relax. The gentle smile on your lips. Bring your awareness to your whole body, the room you are in. Bring the awareness of your surroundings. Relax your body. Relax your legs, relax your back, relax your hands. Slowly unclasp your fingers, unclasp your palms, and place them on your eyes for a few seconds and open them when you're ready. That concludes our meditation for today. Wonderful. So let's mute all. All right, wonderful, dear friends. So I hope you had a good relaxation. You're able to feel the breath at your nose. We will take questions and sharing of experiences in a few minutes. So our process every day is going to be there. Very brief talk. Today we probably spoke. I explained a few things before the meditation session, but invariably we will do that talking and doing our homework and the test, the finger exercise in the first 10 minutes before 6:10, and then we'll get into meditation. And as we get in, as the days progress, the meditation will become longer. And then after the meditation, we'll talk a little bit about the science and art of breath. What are we learning from the breath? And I know for the whole program is structured step by step, more for any beginner to kind of get onto this practice much easier. And I know for people who have been practicing for a long time, it might be a bit slow. Nevertheless, it always helps to go back and follow the process in a structured manner. And that is what we're trying to do. And as we go along, we'll share a lot more tips. As I know, a lot of people will wrestle with mind wandering, will wrestle with thoughts, will wrestle with feeling. We will talk about some tips and techniques that you can use to get over mind wandering, get to that focus much faster. And we add more steps to the meditation. All right. With that, as I mentioned earlier, today's homework exercise is, as you go through the day, observe your pattern of breathing at different points of your day. Right? As you relax, as you're speaking to someone said, as I'm walking. So more about when you're interacting with other people, interacting with other things. That is when we get a lot of emotional changes, right? So when you're having that food that you don't like, when you have the food that you love, when you're talking to someone you don't like, when you're talking to someone you love, right? You're going through some situation unpleasant. Some of you are stuck in traffic. Oh my God, I need to reach that place much faster. Now I'm stuck here. Observe, bring your focus on your breathing, observe. That is mindfulness, that is being conscious of your breathing. So observe at different points. If you want, note it down, but then please do share in tomorrow's session. Okay, so just a little bit on the equal breathing. There's a lot of stuff published on equal breathing. I just want to okay, excuse me. Okay. Okay, so the relaxation or the warm-up that we are doing is called equal breathing, as I've been mentioning. So this is an instant relaxation technique, and this is what we do. Breathe in through your nose for 3 count or more, and breathe out through your nose for 3 count or more. Today with the timer, we've been doing 5 seconds. For some of you, it might be difficult. So you can start with 3 and slowly increase to it. Do not hold or retain your breath, and breathing should be easy. Just some set of instructions for you to follow. What happens? I mean, there are a lot of evidence published in several books which talk about the effectiveness of equal breathing or coherent breathing. So when you breathe at that rate of 5 to 6 breaths per minute, your entire system becomes very coherent. Your body, your functions of your body becomes more healing aligned. What they say is that your parasympathetic nervous system gets activated when you breathe slowly, when you slow down your breath. And that is the nervous system that helps in all healing, relaxation, silencing, and going inward, right? So equal breathing relaxes your central nervous system, improves your focus and concentration, establishes a rhythm, and equal breathing quiets the mind. Anytime you are anxious, you are confused, you are noisy chatter in your mind, just observe your breathing. Anytime you're not well as well, just do equal breathing all the time. And as I said, because of the way you sit in the posture, because of the way you are breathing in slow and breathing out slow, it helps to access your full breathing capacity, which in turn helps your body as well. All right, and then today you probably observed your breath. And what is your breath? The breath is a cycle. So after a couple of classes, we'll start observing the entire cycle of breathing. And when we talk about observation, all you need to do is observe your normal breathing. Do not change anything about your breathing. Follow the cycle. As you see, there is a start of your in-breath, then there is an end of your in-breath, then there is a pause, then there is a start of your exhale and end of your exhale. There is a pause in between your in-breath, inhale and exhale, which may not be apparent to most of us at the beginning. As we get deeper into meditation or we get deeper into the practice, you'll start observing the pause. You may not even be conscious of the pause, but as you continue your meditation, that pause expands. And the expansion of our pause means slowing down the rate of your breathing, right? Slowing down the rate of your breathing means expanding, getting into that silent, empty mind states. So don't worry, we'll get there. So be aware of thoughts and distractions. Bring your attention back to your breath and feeling your moment. So I'm just recapping for the sake so that you can go look at the video later. So this is your breath cycle. Again, do not, when you breathe in and breathe out, do not bring the picture mentally and start following the picture mentally. It's just to say that there is a beginning, there is an end to your in-breath, beginning and end to your out-breath, and there is a pause. When you observe as you do your meditation, you can just, okay, now my start of my in-breath, end of my in-breath. You can observe slowly. The more closely you're occupied with your breath, the more freer are you of the thoughts and distractions. Okay, and that's what we do here. What else do I have? Yeah, so the secret to effective meditation, as I said, is right breathing, which is your natural breath cycle, no alteration. And then conscious breathing, fully mindful of breathing, feeling, and sensations. Today, we are mindful of our nose. From tomorrow or a couple of classes later, we will expand it to our breath cycle and our body. And then non-judgmental breathing. No analysis of thoughts, no analysis of feelings. Whatever thoughts come in, let them go, right? They can always come back later. And no analysis of music, no analysis of any stories that happen in your mind, right? So not judgmental, right breathing position, abdominal breathing, breathing through your nose, posture, that is right breathing, being conscious of your breath, and then being non-judgmental, completely no judgment, no analysis of breathing. And do not analyze your meditation experience as well. So things vary every day. All right, so with that, I think we can open up for questions. You want to do any sharing? If you want to ask a question, please raise the hand, click the hand button, raise the hand on Zoom. Or if you want to type your question on the chat window, you can do so as well. I've opened my chat window. Yeah, we have Mr. Shirish.
Yeah, I just wanted to share my experience. Sorry, my lights are off, so my
It's okay, sir. We're able to see you. It's okay.
Yeah. So I've been practicing this for a long meditation, but I tried to do the breathing. Yes, I was successful because I was doing it voluntarily. But over a period of time, my natural breathing started, and the moment there was pauses, after everything, I went into a trance state. There were no thoughts, etc. It's like sleepiness or something like that. So that is what I experienced, and it was very blissful. And at the end,
wonderful.
All of it, I'm feeling very, very charged. And it's very nice that you said that. Yes, it is always good to go back to the basics to reinforce what you have been doing it from the beginning. So it was a very nice experience. Thank you very much.
Wonderful. Thank you, sir. Thank you for sharing. This helps a lot of us as well. Thank you. So there's a question that says, share the Zoom recordings. Yes, the recordings, this is also being streamed live on YouTube. So you go to YouTube, type in Pyramid Valley International breath by breath, you'll be able to find the recordings. And we're also trying to share the link of the recording, every day's recording in the Telegram channel. Exhale is longer than inhale. That is normal. Our normal pattern is exhale is longer than inhale. So which is fine. Good that you've observed it. Wonderful.
So I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. What is this Nittushuru? I think it's in English shy or something. How that like it feels like a relax that when you achieve something or when you get rid of something, and we come up with that's a Kannada word. I think it's in English
Okay.
it's sai or something. And how that comes in terms of breathing.
No, I don't understand. What is the word mentioned?
It's in Kannada we call Nittushuru. It's a sense of relief.
Sense
When
of
you have a
relief.
deep, it's a and how these factors in this breathing thing, like when you are in anxiety or something, when you get rid of something, or when you find it resolved, we feel it, we feel it
Yes.
like in English I think it's a breathe sigh or something.
I don't know, but yeah, see the sense of relief. Yeah, sigh. So basically, you're talking about the sigh, SIGH or whatever. So yes. So yes. So sigh is more a conscious thing, but yeah, the relief or relaxation that you get by just being with your breath. That is because when you are with your breath, thinking stops. Right? You can't be conscious of your breath and thinking at the same time. That is what Buddha's discovery was. Right? And that's what Patriji always keeps mentioning. So anytime you're conscious of your breathing, you can't think. So thinking and breathing, consciousness of your breathing cannot happen at the same time. So that is number one. There is a gap in your mental process. The second thing is every time you are conscious of your breathing, you are activating your parasympathetic nervous system or your healing part of your body. So your body relaxes. Your body gets back to its natural state. In normal olden days, all our parents, for them, most of the time the body was in a relaxed state because they didn't worry too much. They were doing things that they were supposed to do, and they were relaxing the body for a long time. It was not under stress. But today, most of us, 90% of the day, we are in stress, and that is where things like meditation or even getting a proper sleep. If you're getting proper sleep, allowing your body to relax, allowing your body to be in that rest or relaxation mode, you don't need any of the other therapies, right? Or even meditation. But today it's different. So that is why when you are conscious of your breathing, you're allowing your body to be going into that relaxation mode. You are stopping thoughts, and that brings that sense of relief. And that's why I mentioned when you observe today, when you are getting angry, when you bring your attention back to your breath, you will feel that sense of relief. You will feel that sense of calmness, right? And then you're able to correct your action. Oh, why should I be angry? Right? And change your behavior. So I hope that answers question, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. So body was swaying and went into deep relaxation and sleepy. It's good.
So there is one more question.
Yes.
I feel more relaxed and calm, but post session I feel heavy head. For beginners, is it common?
Yes. So that is common. Beginners, you might also want to, some beginners might feel sleepy, some beginners might feel, not necessarily beginners, it all depends on the day that we have. So we might feel sleepy, we might feel, because the body is undergoing some changes. We'll talk about the science behind all that. So if you need to relax, if you need to lie down after meditation, it is fine, but it's a temporary phenomenon. So you will get over that. Right? So there is a direct message here. I get stressed and anxious sometimes. It's like that time breathing changes. How to come out of it. Yeah, yes, ma'am. So the idea is the good thing is you're observing that your breathing changes. The thing that you can do is become conscious of your breathing or practice this slow and equal breathing. So you'll come out of it. You'll come out of that anxious moments. Wonderful. So good experiences are happening. I'm just any other question, Manusha, that we've not answered?
Yes, sir. Although I tried not to control the breath, it seems I was controlling it. How
Yes.
to do it?
Yeah. So which is again normal. So the thing is, as you learn, you will know. That is why we're trying to provide that instruction: do not control your breath, which is okay for day one. But as you go along, when the moment you realize that you're controlling your breath, you can let go of it and be your normal breath, right? That is where bringing your attention to one point at some point helps.
Yes, sir. There is a hand raise from Mohit ji.
Yes, Mr. Mohit, please.
Yeah, sir, I have a question. I have actually two questions. So one is that while meditation, you were saying that please have a normal and natural breath and do not alter your breath. So are we not supposed to do that 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1, that long inhale and exhale while breathing? Because as you know, most of our normal and natural breath is a short breath, right? We are all breathing short. So when you say breathe normally, which means breathe short, right? So yes, are we supposed to breathe that 1, 2, 3, 4, which is not normal? So yeah.
Yeah, so good question. So with breath mindfulness, the goal is to kind of be mindful of all that happens during the breathing, right? It's not about altering the breath. But what happens is when we want to observe all that happens during breathing, the only thing that happens is thoughts, right? We keep on getting thoughts and other distractions, right? So we are trying to get out of that. The way to get out of that is to practice, start observing your normal breath, bring your attention back to your normal breathing. So that is the breath mindfulness meditation. But the way to limit those thoughts or getting relaxed before the thoughts, it's just like doing a warm up, right? When you go do a physical exercise before running, before weightlifting, before doing anything, what do? We do a warm up, right? So we do some stretches, we do some bends. So similarly, we are using this equal breathing technique, the counting technique that you mentioned, as a precursor to the normal meditation. The normal meditation is observing your normal breath, right? Prior to that, we are using this equal breathing to calm down our mind, right? As we continue to observe your breath, I agree with your point that usually we do short breathing. As I said, we do it probably 8 to 12 or 8 to 18 breaths a minute, right? But as you continue, why are we doing that? Because there is a huge chatter in our mind, right? So as we continue to observe our breath, as we continue to bring our attention back to our breath, the mind chatter slowly calms down. As the mind chatter comes down, your breath also becomes slower and slower. The breath becomes longer. The rate becomes slower, right? We are allowing it to happen naturally because when we get out into the day, we normally breathe normally, right? We should be able to face any situation at a normal rate of breath. At that time, you can't do your equal breathing every time, right? So the two things, the point that you mentioned, equal breathing is just to set the foundation. If you feel comfortable doing it for a longer time, that is fine. But at some point, we want you to relax and get back to your normal breathing. Being with your normal breathing also slowly gets back to your that state, but it's a bit longer. And that is why we are adding this warm up and then doing our observation of the normal breath. If you find at any point of time you're finding that too many thoughts, you can get back to your counting and your equal breathing as well. What's your second question, sir?
Okay, so first I will extend my first question. So you're saying that when we feel that there are too many thoughts in the mind, we should go to the counted breathing, which is 1, 2, 3, 4. Which means that when we will be doing our normal breathing, we are more prone to get thoughts. We are more prone to get thoughts.
Yes. So you're more prone to get thoughts, and we are observing the thoughts and then bring your attention back to your breath. We are becoming more mindful. We are introducing that consciousness, right? Conscious moments more. That is the practice. It will not happen on day 1 or day 2. Over time, it will happen, right? That is what we're spending more time on. But if for that to become faster, we are using this equal breathing, right? So today we did equal breathing for 6 minutes and the observation of your breathing for 20 minutes, right? If you could do it, you could do the equal breathing for 15 minutes, observing your breath for 15 minutes. The goal overall for a lot of us meditators, we just sit and start observing your breath, right? And only in rare cases we'll do the equal breathing, but that is the goal. So I think, yeah, I hope it is clear now.
Yeah. And while we are breathing whole day, whole day, are we supposed to consciously do a equal breathing or no? Yeah,
No, so the conscious breathe, the equal breathing is a relaxation exercise, right? So you feel anxious, you want to reset your breathing, reset your mind. That's when you do the equal breathing, right? It's an exercise. You do something consciously. Whereas when you're talking to someone, right, your focus should be on your talking. When you're doing some work, your concentration should be on that. At that time, if your mind wanders, if you're getting distracted, you just observe your normal breathing, not you don't get back to your equal breathing, right?
sure, sure. Thank you.
Equal breathing is a focused exercise, whereas being conscious of your breathing allows you to get away from those emotions and anxieties, unconscious things.
Sure, sure. Thank you. So yeah, so those all were the extension of my first questions. Now the second question is that, but as you said, not to hold our breathing. Just inhale and exhale. Somewhere, in some other YouTube videos, which were taught by some so-called good teachers, they are asked to inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds, and then exhale for 4 seconds. So yeah, somewhere I have seen that this inhale, hold, and exhale, this is the best or the accurate way of breathing. We should hold. That's what I've seen. So my question to you is that, is this another way of breathing which is also correct, or this is completely wrong? We should not hold our breath at all.
Okay, so when you do physical exercises, is there one exercise or many exercises? There are many physical exercises, right? For each part of your body, there is different physical exercise, different instructors teach, and everything is fine for that body. So similarly, pranayama, our ancient tradition of breath control, has different exercises. We will learn some of those exercises as well, right, as we go along this session, right? There is something called box breathing. There is something called, as you said, holding your breath and then relaxing, right? There are different variations. There is Brahmari, right? So there are different breathing techniques, all that are just that relaxation part that help you exercise, help you remove the blockages in your prana, right? So they're all just exercises. And just like the equal breathing, as I said, is also called samavritti in pranayama, right? So we will go through that. So they're all fine. There are, I think, just like the yoga asanas, there are umpteen number of pranayamas, right? So each of it has its own purpose. So there's short breathing, holding, long breathing, and all that stuff. And we'll also do this. There is this alternate nostril breathing and all that, right? So they all have their place. So to answer to your question is, yes, all those breathing techniques are exercises. They are kriyas, right? They are kriya yoga. You do something, right? But in this meditation, what we are trying to practice is practice non-doing, right? So what happens when you're not doing, when you're not doing anything, you're breathing normally, naturally, right? During that time is when your mind gets flooded. We are trying to observe what is all happening. We are trying to get back to our normal natural state. That is all. So to go there, to practice that non-doing, we are using some exercises in the beginning to calm our mind. That is all. So those both are different. Both have its place. All exercises have their place, and we are trying to be in that normal state throughout the day.
Okay, so that holding one is also correct. It is also fine.
Holding was also fine. So you can replace your equal breathing with any of the pranayama techniques before you get into meditation, right?
Oh,
If it is helping you, right? Ultimately, everything calms your mind and relaxes your body.
sure. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
So one more direct question here. I was feeling restless after some time and I couldn't sit with legs crossed and hands clasped. What is the remedy? Also feeling very thirsty. Is it normal? Yes, good question, sir. So feeling thirsty is normal. Your throat, your lips, your mouth becomes dry. So it's always good to have a bottle of water. Better to feel hydrated, be hydrated before you start your meditation so it doesn't disturb you. And soon after your meditation, you can have a few sips of water, no worries. And then feeling restless, again, for a lot of us who are not being used to sitting in one position for this long, it is going to be an issue. So what I suggest is don't worry too much. If you're feeling restless, you can just move around like this. You can just change your leg position, right? But one thing you shouldn't be doing is opening your eyes. So close your eyes and then you can do your shifting. Maybe you can put your pillow at the back or whatever to make you feel comfortable. Feeling restless is fine, right? As you go along, you can start focusing on the restlessness as well. That is another sensation. From today in the triangle, we said, right? The body movements, right? So there is a sensation that happen in the body and the mind that adds some stories to it. So we are observing all that. So if you're feeling restless, if you're not able to sit, if you are kind of getting too much of pain and all that, you can move your physical body, you can move physically around, but do not open your eyes. And be hydrated. That's one common suggestion to everyone who get into, before coming into this class, you can have, before getting into meditation, you can have a few sips of water. And after meditation, you can have a few sips of water as well. All right, so one more question here. It says, is the goal to bring equal breathing our natural breath? No, the goal is not to bring equal breathing, because you cannot get to equal breathing in natural. As I said, that sometimes or most of the times your inhales and exhales are different, right? And then the rate. The goal is to get to a slower breathing rate, a breathing rate of 5 to 6 breaths per minute, which is the yogi's rate. The goal is to get somewhere closer there. The goal is to be conscious of the moment, every moment. That is all. The way you feel conscious of your every moment is to be with your breath when you're not thinking about something, right? So whatever you're doing, you're focused on that, not getting distracted by your past or present is what is the goal. Okay, so feeling of uneasiness and vomiting feeling, again, it could be because of several factors, sir. It could be because of food, lack of sleep, maybe getting up too early, not having enough water. It should go away. And anytime anyone feels uneasy, anything, just relax. Right? You can lie down, relax. No, nothing to strain yourself on anything. Pause doesn't mean holding the breath. Yes, pause doesn't mean holding the breath. The diagram that I showed, the pause is a natural pause. Right? It happens. You don't need to do anything. We just need to observe there is a pause. And in some of the Vedic texts, they say that pause is what expands. That pause is where thinking stops. Pause is where everything stops, right? So that slowly expands as you go along. All right, dear friends. I think with that, we hope you answered all the questions on the chat window. Thanks for your sharing. Thanks for your questions. Yes, equal breathing helps in a lot of healing. So today's homework. Please observe your breath at different times as you go along through the day, and note it down and explain or share with us tomorrow. And again, try to do equal breathing for more number of times. Anytime you're feeling anxious, anytime you want to feel relaxed, try to do the equal breathing. And we will come back to the class tomorrow to get more into the meditation, which is observing our natural breathing. All right. With that, my dear friends, thank you very much. Have a wonderful Sunday to wherever you are. And we'll see you tomorrow morning, Monday morning, India time, in the same session at 6 a.m. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome to the Pyramid Valley International, Bengaluru, India. The pyramid is meant for meditation. It has got the high energies. Enjoy the high energies of the Maitreya Buddha pyramid and the serene circumstances of this valley. Spiritual science is the basis for all other sciences. In spiritual science, we understand that we are all gods, come here of our own accord onto this earth planet to see that the earth planet becomes a heaven and not a hell. How we can transform this hell into a heaven, that is the subject matter of spiritual science. And masters of spiritual sciences are the experts in spiritual sciences. Meditation is the doorway for enlightenment. Enlightenment is the doorway for welfare, health, wealth, well-being, and joys in life. Meditation is the foundation of spirituality. Spirituality is the superstructure built on the foundation of meditation. Everybody should dedicate a couple of hours every day for meditation. Every day, as we dedicate our life to meditation, we become a source of inspiration, joy, energy to everybody around, everything around, every being around. We emanate energy. We want to see the whole world become a joyful place for every being, every animal being, every plant being, every mineral being. That is the duty of every human being, to provide joy and energy to every other being.